Someone on one of my furry telegrams, well, not mine, but one of the ones I'm on, asked if it is possible to 3D print a D20. And this one is the first one that I found on the libraries that they give you for 3D printing for Bambu Labs. This is an A1 Mini. It took quite a bit for me to get it to stick with the right nozzle temperature and the right temperature for the bed, but once I got that going, it successfully started and kept going on this D20 here. I think it's just barely starting to write the number 20 on there. I'm not sure whether you can see it. If you can, it'll only be at the right moments. And the nozzle isn't in the way. Yeah, I can see it. But yeah, it is possible. It's a very large D20, but a D20 nonetheless. I'm not exactly sure how tall it's going to be. I know that this bed is approximately 7 inches across. Theoretically, you could print something that is 7 inches square. I think this is going to be a little bit less than an inch when it's done, in terms of bottom to top. Wowzers, you can really see that it's a 20 now. So yeah, this unit is almost done. There's a little bit of fuzz on some of the sides. I don't know how normal that is, and I don't know how problematic it is, but it wasn't enough to make the whole print sabotaged. More than once I have had a case where it started printing it and it didn't stick, it came loose, and yeah, blah. This one is not running into that issue though. Let's see how much time is left on this thing. 98%. 2 minutes left, it thinks. Well, okay. I'll just assume that it's correct about that. Partly the problem is that I used a filament that I don't think that the A1 is really that used to. It's a Creality PETG. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I've discovered that you need a very high nozzle temperature, like 255 or so. Well, I thought that it was 250 or 245 or something like that. And I set the bed to 77. I tried 70 and it just didn't seem to want to stick. And, you know, another thing that was really annoying about this, once it said that it was preparing, I tried to go into the settings, well, control is actually the button that I pushed, and I tried to change the temperature, and it seemed like the temperature, when I changed it, just didn't stick. The temperature just went back from the 241 or whatever I set it to 240, or no, 170, which is woefully inadequate for a nozzle temperature, and the bed temperature didn't stick either. I've discovered that once it starts, you can change it and the change will stick to a degree. Oh, just went off to the side and it's rising itself up. I think that means it's done. Even pushes. Alrighty then. Printing completed. Okay. Well, it's still stuck to the bed. I'm guessing that that means I have to switch it off. I'm gonna shoot. Guess I'm gonna give it a few minutes. I'm just terrified that I'm gonna sabotage it if I take it off while it's still hot. The top isn't that hot to the touch, but then it wouldn't be. This is plastic that we're talking about, and plastic is an insulator of heat rather than a conductor. Metal is a conductor of heat, though. Glass, I think it's a conductor of heat. Okay, so it uses the dot for demonstrating the difference between a 6 and a 9. 16, we got 8. The bottom one is definitely 1. Let's see if it's cooled off enough now. There we go. Okay, unlucky number 13 is the one with all the fuzz on it. Gonna have to clean that off. 15, not looking much better. 10, same story. To give you a size of the scope of this thing, I just happen to have a bunch of coins sitting here on my dresser. So, there's a quarter, there's a dime, there's a nickel, there's a penny. So that shows you just about how big across this unit is. So somebody asked, is it possible to 3D print? And yeah, it is possible. It's not necessarily going to happen without some hiccups along the way, but yeah, some kind of spur or something right here that's jabbing into me. I think that would, I'm not exactly an expert on dice, but I'm guessing a spur like that would somehow affect the rolling. 17, not a bad roll. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. It is indeed possible to 3D print one of these things.